Charlie Kirk was one of America's most prominent young conservative voices. Born in 1993, he started his political activism as a teenager. In 2012, he founded Turning Point USA, an organization focused on conservative campus activism. Kirk's message resonated with young conservatives who felt underrepresented on college campuses. Through books, speeches, and social media, he built a massive following. He became known for his direct, unfiltered approach to political discourse. Turning Point USA grew to have chapters on thousands of campuses nationwide. The organization hosted debates, brought speakers to universities, and created educational materials. Kirk's influence extended beyond campus, reaching into mainstream conservative politics. On September 10, 2025, Kirk was speaking at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. He was in the middle of a question-and-answer session when tragedy struck. Kirk was responding to a question about mass shootings when a single gunshot rang out. Panic erupted as thousands began screaming and running for exits. Kirk had been shot once in the neck, a fatal wound that ended his life almost instantly. The gunman had fired from a distance using a high-powered rifle and escaped in the chaos. Investigators quickly launched a massive investigation into the shooting. Within a day, surveillance footage and tips from the public led to a suspect. Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old Utah resident, was taken into custody. Robinson came from a local Utah family and had no prior criminal record. A crucial tip came from Robinson's own family member, who contacted authorities after he confessed. Family members said Robinson had become consumed with politics and expressed hatred toward Kirk. The weapon was a Mauser Model 98 rifle, and bullet casings bore anti-fascist messages. One casing read, "Hey fascist, catch," indicating a clear political motive. Utah Governor Spencer Cox called it a political assassination. Former classmates were shocked, noting Robinson's family had been strong Trump supporters. Investigators believe Robinson became radicalized through online extremist content. The transformation from supporter to assassin remains a troubling mystery. Robinson eventually confessed to a youth pastor, leading to his surrender. When confronted by his father, Robinson had said he would rather kill himself than turn himself in. But ultimately, he surrendered peacefully to authorities. The assassination sent shockwaves across the nation. Leaders from both parties condemned the violence and called for unity. Vigils were held across the country as supporters mourned his loss. The story dominated news cycles for days, sparking debates about political violence. Social media was flooded with tributes, condolences, and political commentary. Commentators debated the causes and consequences of the attack. Investigators worked to understand how Robinson became radicalized. They examined his online activities and possible connections to extremist networks. The goal was to determine if he acted alone or was part of a larger conspiracy. Robinson was charged with aggravated murder and other felonies. Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray announced formal charges would be filed. The case would test the justice system's ability to handle political violence. The assassination highlighted the dangerous level of political polarization in America. Experts warned about the threat of online radicalization leading to real-world violence. Many called for efforts to combat extremism and reduce political tensions. The site of Kirk's final speech became a place of remembrance. His organization vowed to continue his work despite the tragedy. But questions remained about the future of political discourse in America. How did a young Trump supporter become a political assassin? What role did online extremism play in his transformation? Could this tragedy have been prevented? Community leaders called for healing and dialogue across political divides. They emphasized the need for respectful political discourse and the importance of engaging young people in constructive political participation. The assassination of Charlie Kirk serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of democratic discourse. It shows how political hatred and online radicalization can lead to real-world violence. While Tyler Robinson sits in custody, the larger questions remain. How can the nation heal its political divisions? What steps can be taken to prevent such tragedies in the future? And how can America preserve the right to free speech and political debate? The loss of Charlie Kirk represents more than the death of one man. It's a warning about the dangerous path America finds itself on, and a call for all citizens to choose dialogue over violence, understanding over hatred, and democracy over extremism.